I think most of us go through life not knowing how much we resemble other people. In the army, people's individuality is taken away by cutting their hair. Whereas I think in school, people's individuality is taken away by cutting their vocal ranges. When you can use a wide variety of pitches, other people don't seem as different. There's less of a distancing, social distancing, if you will, from people who are designated as different because of their gender or because of their age or because of other factors. And one way I've seen this play out in a way that most of you can't see is through the enormous number of comparisons that pop up in the comments section of my videos. Over time, these get buried, and no one person can see them all. So I've tried to make a list, as time's gone on, of how many celebrity comparisons there have been. There are now over 100 celebrities and fictional characters to which I've been compared, partly because of my vocal range. And this is something that could be available to everyone, and in a way it is available to everyone. There's a power of suggestion that goes on. In my last video, I got more comments thinking of me as Canadian because I used the word toque-head in it. So I think someone even sounds different to you when they use something that's easily identifiable as a certain identifier in terms of country or other methods. But if you don't have that similarity in pitch to other people, you lose that. You lose that connection. You lose that way in which you're aware that you are like somebody else. And virality distances people. Social media virality, to use the current term that's being actually promoted, distances people from themselves and from each other. Now, in trying to expand my vocal range, I've found that I'm being used as a model or a blank canvas by which people tap into the unexpressed aspects of themselves. They have some thing they would have vocalized, but it's out of their range. So they say, this is me when I do such and such a thing, or such and such a situation comes up. A lot of these have to do when people are pulled in opposite directions at the same time. So they describe a circumstance in which they really feel like they have to let something out vocally, but someone else might be listening, or it might be deemed appropriate, or they might be subjected to some other opposite influence at the same time that keeps them from vocalizing it. So several of the comments I've gotten are these self-portraits in a sense about struggle and about the difficulties in voicing something. Of course, there are many types of voice. It's not merely audio. It could be other means of expression as well. But these things are so well hidden because of the virality, of the memeing, the stealing. As it's like being in the army in a way, in that you're made to feel like other people, but your individuality is destroyed in order to do it. So we have these pieces of people that are taken away from them, where they can't see, and then they're put in contexts, often where you have an official commenter or responder, reactor, who then has such an enormous following that it intimidates the other people in the comment section from saying their interpretation or what it makes them think of when they see something. So there's this enormous number of comparisons and self-portraits, off-the-shelf expressions, partial expressions of individuality, audiovisual fanfic, if you will, that could be made. But because my stuff has been put in these other contexts, where main presenter dominates the discussion, then those comments don't come up as frequently, and they're hidden from me. And I think this, what I know of in terms of the ways that people can express themselves by comparing me to other people or themselves, are greatly reduced and hidden because of what happens when I can't see the comments anymore. There's a hidden aspect of piracy. Hides everything. It hides how the way you're connected to other people. It hides the ways that you can express yourself, because a lot of people won't want to put certain things out, me included, because they're just going to be stolen. And it creates this false social glue People are united through stealing. There's a culture of stealing. And when you have that, then people are stealing from themselves. They think, why should I create something? Why should I express my connections to other people through creativity when everybody's doing it through stealing? So that's what I wanted to talk about in that way, and how it ties into how my channel works. I don't know if I should list the celebrities or not, kind of leaning toward it at the moment, because I want people to think of, first and foremost, of themselves in purer terms. And I've gotten my biggest results by not trying to really compare myself to anyone else, just trying to expand my range and letting whatever facial expression is going to happen. And to some degree I would want that for everybody else. And that's what I want to spread in part through my channel.